This is Bacon. Bacon helps me a lot when I need to learn a new concept or when I need to debug a complex problem or design a piece of code. I'm sure that at least once something similar happened in your career.
Hey man, I need you. Sure, how can I help? Well, the thing is, I'm working on this out service and it's kind of working, but I get the JWT from the backend, but when it's saved on the front... Oh wait. I think I just figured it out. Thanks a lot, you solved my problem.
Yeah, my pleasure.
But what are you working on?
Oh, it's a secret feature for the CEO.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Great man, bye.
What happened? It looks like that the first developer just solved the problem itself, but why? When we need to explain a problem to another person who knows anything about the problem, we need to take a step back and start from scratch. We need to explain the entire problem in order to give the right context, and this can really help a lot when we are stuck. But what Bacon has to do with it? Bacon is my rubber duck. Yeah, I know that it isn't actually a rubber duck, but let me explain. Rubber duck debugging is a technique commonly used in software development. The main concept behind it is that explaining a problem in depth to another person or something inanimate like an object or a rubber duck can help you to find the solution by your own. The process involves explaining the problem step by step, line by line, or in a detailed manner, like you are teaching the rubber duck how the code works. By verbalizing your thoughts and describing the code aloud, you may gain new insights and understand the problem more clearly. The name Rubber Duck Programming comes from the book The Pragmatic Programmer. In the story, a software engineer would carry around the rubber duck and explain their code whenever a problem comes out. Often, just by articulating the problem and explaining the code, the programmer would find the solution without further assistance. The effectiveness of this technique lies in the act of breaking down the problem and organizing your thoughts. It forces you to examine the code more in depth, catch any logical errors or assumptions, and discover potential issues that may have been overlooked. Rubber duck debugging, or Bacon debugging, can be applied to each field, not just software development. It helps to improve problem-solving skills by encouraging you to think critically. In practice, you can use each object or virtual representation, such as talking to yourself or using a notepad instead of using a rubber duck. The key here is to articulate your problem or code issue aloud. Listen to your explanation and use this process to guide you through the solution of your problem. Hey, before we continue, stop for a second. I need to ask you something. All this YouTube stuff for me is a new experiment. I want to learn how to communicate better online. So I would really appreciate the feedback on this and the other contents of this channel. You can write me a comment down below, and if you are learning something new thanks to this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. This shows me that I'm going to the right direction. This technique is also super useful when you need to learn a new concept. Do you think you got it? Well, try to explain it to your rubber duck. If you understood it well enough, you will find easy words to explain it. If you're not able to explain what you just learned in a simple way, that's a sign that you need to study it further. This is called Feynman technique. Even if they are different both in application and context, I think that together these two techniques works really well. I hope you enjoyed this content. Try the rubber duck debugging technique and will improve your productivity a lot when you're working on a problem. If you want to learn how to improve as a software developer, this is the video you want to watch next.